first contestant, what is your name and where are you from?
I'm Russ Ellis from Stonebridge.
Okay, and what's your specialist subject that you've chosen to do for us?
World War II.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is, rather than any other questions, we're going to ask specific questions, which the first one's going to be any hints or tips that you've got for people to deal with what's going on in the current climate and everything now.
Just abide by the government rules as social distancing, wash your hands regularly, use sanitizer, and just stay indoors. Okay, I'm just going to do something here because it's I'm pressing OK on something there, just flashed up. Yep. So just stay at home and save
Okay,
your nature.
and then finally, recommendation for a box set, somewhere on Netflix or whatever, just something for people to watch.
Recommendation for a box set.
While people are at home, can't go out, a box set that people could potentially get online, etc.
Band of Brothers is a good one. Fear the Walking Dead. The Walking Dead, not very good in this sort of current climate, obviously, but there you go. Yeah, I think that's all I can think of at the moment.
Okay, so you know how it works. Start with your specialist subject, 2 minutes on that. Then after that, go into general knowledge, again, 2 minutes on that as well. So try and answer as many questions as possible. If you're not sure, you can pass. And then if we've got time at the end, I'll come on to those ones that you've passed. If you give me an incorrect answer, then straight after I'll give you the correct answer. Obviously, if you give me a correct answer, you'll be right, and that'll go towards it. And at the end of each round, I'll give you your score. We'll add them together, and then you'll then compete with everyone else who takes part. See who gets the highest score. So your 2 minutes on your specialist subject, which is World War II. Okay, and that is going to start now. The German invasion of the Soviet Union was brought about in order to fulfill the policy of what?
Pass.
Okay. The Adler tag refers to what?
Pass.
Okay. The German bombing of Coventry in November 1940 was one of the most seminal moments in Britain's war. But how many were killed during the raid?
500,000.
Incorrect. It was around 600. The Waffen SS divisions numbered 13, 21, and 23 were predominantly comprised of what?
Romanians and other Eastern Europeans.
Incorrect. It was Muslims. Which US general vowed, "I shall return," after he and his forces were driven out of the Philippines by the victorious Japanese in 1942?
General Douglas MacArthur.
That is correct. Which French port witnessed an Allied amphibious raid by a largely Canadian force in 1942?
Dieppe.
Correct. Which was the only one of Germany's capital surface ships to survive the war intact?
Bismarck.
No, it's a Prince Eugen. Which charismatic British military commander of the Second World War ate raw onions, wandered about naked, and was one of the fathers of guerrilla warfare?
Ord Wingate.
That is correct. And there we go. That's the end of the round. You scored 3 and you had 2 passes. So the first one, German invasion of the Soviet Union, brought about in order to fulfill the policy of what was the Lebensraum, which was the living room. It was where they expanded out. The Adler tag refers to what? And that was the Battle of Britain. So after your first round on World War II, you have 3 points. Well done. So now we'll go straight on to general knowledge. Works exactly the same. Give you 2 minutes. Obviously, if you pass, then if we get time at the end, we'll move on to them. Okay. So, general knowledge round, and your time starts now. Robert De Niro is James Conway, and Ray Liotta is Henry Hill in which 1990 mobster film?
Goodfellas.
Correct. Sisters Anne, Charlotte, and Emily were members of which 19th century literary family?
Bronte.
Correct. In fashion, which L is a common name for blue denim jeans?
Levi.
Yeah, correct. The Øresund Bridge connects Denmark with which neighbouring country?
Sweden.
Correct. A Tale of Two Cities is a book written by which author?
Charles Dickens.
Correct. Trachoma is a contagious disease affecting which body part?
The eyes.
Correct. The K2 mountain of Pakistan is situated in which mountain range?
The Himalayas.
Correct. The Bard of Avon is a nickname for which famous British playwright?
Brain freeze. William Shakespeare.
Correct. Sunflowers and the Potato Eaters are works by which Dutch painter?
Gauguin.
It was Vincent van Gogh. Tom Skerritt played Dallas and Sigourney Weaver played Ripley on which 1979 film directed by Ridley Scott?
Alien.
Correct. Love one another were the final words of which Beatle? I've started to
Pass.
finish. Pass. Well, you haven't got time to finish that, but okay. You scored 9 on that one. Last one that you passed on, run out of time in the end eventually. They were the final words of George Harrison. I mean, you could have just guessed there's only 4 of them to go for.
Yes, sorry.
So
drunk.
So your first round you scored 3. Your second round you scored 9. So 12 overall. It's not bad. To see what other people get up to. You might have someone who might have a really, really good round on their specialist subject, etc. But 12 is not a bad score because I think some people might struggle on general knowledge. But thanks very much for your time. And yeah, look out for your video online.
Okay, thanks. Can I just say I've had a great day?
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Any messages for the people out there?
Yeah, stay chilled. Wash your hands regularly. Use sanitizer. Keep your distance. Yeah. And remember, we'll get through this. Peace and love.
Nice one. Cheers, Russ.